this guy right now is really bigger than Kai and Speed together. Actually add Aiden in the mix. So there's a guy in the Dominican Republic. His name is Santiago Matias. I'm actually making a case for him to say he's bigger than Kai, Speed, and Aiden Ross all together.
Ever notice something? The second a creator becomes too dominant, the internet suddenly decides that their success has to be fake. And right now, that's exactly what happened to Santiago Matias, aka Alofoke. Ever since the Speed situation in the Dominican Republic, people have been screaming fake engagement, bots, fake news, fake audience. But honestly, I think people are missing the bigger picture completely. Because even if bots existed somewhere in this situation, that still doesn't explain the real influence Alofoke has built over the past 10 years. And I think that's what really makes people uncomfortable, because you can fake numbers, but you cannot fake culture impact. So let's start from the beginning. When Speed went to the Dominican Republic, that stream exploded. Everybody was watching, everybody was posting clips, everybody was reacting, and then suddenly the conversation shifted. But not to the stream, not to the moment, not to Dominican culture going global. No, the conversation became, were the numbers fake?
And so let's look over here 10 days ago. So your videos, so let me get this straight. You're releasing produced videos that are getting 1/5 of the live viewers that you get? That doesn't even make sense. So you're really, I mean, these are produced videos that you've made yourself. And then you look at the live, look at this here, look at his shorts. 50K views, 68K views, 33. So this guy's getting 1 million live viewers and he's getting 33K views on a short? Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck are we talking about? Yeah, this is insane. It's hella fake. It's crazy, crazy fake. This guy's entire presence is fake. Holy shit. Oh my God. And then look at his lives. All of his lives are super popular. Wow, what a surprise. Oh man. 1.6, 1.4 million. So expose him. I know nobody understands what he's saying. Well, yeah, because he's speaking fucking Spanish. But that's not the point. So you've got all these people. Look at this. Everybody here thinks that they're part of something that's a really big deal, and they're all just getting view-botted.
And this is where things got interesting. The internet immediately jumped to one person, Alofoke. Not because Speed blamed him directly, but because Santiago Matias was the face of that moment. Now here's where I think that people started losing the plot. Because according to multiple discussions around this situation, the first accusation actually came from the Twitch viewers noticing anomalies during the stream itself, not just YouTube. And that matters because people turned this whole thing into Alofoke botted YouTube, but the actual conversation was way more complicated than just that. And honestly, this is where I think that emotions started overpowering the logic.
Estoy viendo un video que está súper viral de Speed, donde habla de bots aquí en República Dominicana. No dijo nombre, pero se ha encargado muchísimas páginas.
¿Qué bots primeramente? Bots, para yo entender.
Bots, esos son espectadores ficticios.
Son reales.
Ajá, que no son reales. Okay. Números inflados, ¿no?
Sí.
Él no dijo nombre, pero bueno, yo era el host ayer aquí con él y básicamente todo está apuntando hacia mí. Yo no tengo problema con eso. Yo no, como es su canal y le hace sus investigaciones, yo sí tengo los números que yo creo que se manejaron ayer. Y hay cientos de videos ahí, miles de videos ahí de gente que se conectó el día de ayer porque yo estaba con él. Mi inglés malísimo. Hay muchas cosas que yo quería decirle a él que no se le dijeron de una forma apropiada. No estoy justificando nada. El tiempo pondrá todo en su lugar. Pero lo que sí me llama poderosamente la atención es una sola cosa. Yo siempre gano, gente. Yo siempre estoy ganando. Y cuando la gente gana, cuando uno gana todo el tiempo, cuando uno siempre está top, cuando uno siempre sale a camino, ¿verdad? Siempre trae un grupo grande de gente que te adversa. Y eso yo lo manejo tranquilo, sin presión, lo manejo suave, respeto todas las opiniones. Pero lo que me llama poderosamente la atención es la forma como que él no dice nombre ni nada por el estilo, pero apuntan a mí. Yo la tomo esa así. Yo era el host. Yo soy una figura más grande que Speed aquí en República Dominicana. 100 veces, 500 veces.
because once people already want to believe someone is fake, every accusation suddenly feels true. I don't think this situation is only about bots. I think this is about dominance. Alofoke became too culturally powerful to ignore. Just think about it. Whether you like him or not, this man has dominated Dominican internet culture for years. People have built entire platforms reacting to him, entire conversations happening online and starting with something that's happening on his network. And unfortunately, that creates resentment because the internet loves underdogs until they stop being underdogs.
Te están tratando de que yo me estrese mentalmente, de que yo me aborrezca mentalmente. Te digo algo, eso es gasolina para mí, porque yo sé de qué estoy hecho, yo vengo de la nada, brother. Nosotros, todo el modelo de negocio que ellos tienen en la vida, apúntame la pantalla para acá, fui yo que lo inventé. Todo lo que ellos hacen fui yo que lo inventé. Speed cayó en algo muy estúpido hoy.
Que fue la pilita.
No, fue en algo muy estúpido. Pues entonces él me está demostrando ahora mismo que yo soy más grande que él. Entonces yo soy más grande que Speed. Yo soy más grande que Speed, entonces. Yo soy más grande que Speed.
Mucha bandera de redes, vamos.
No, manden super chain regalo.
The second somebody becomes too successful, people start looking for reasons to discredit it. Now, this is the part that nobody could ignore. A global media company called Brave Bison came out and publicly defended Alofoke. And this isn't just some random local company. We're talking about a company connected to massive global brands. They basically said, after years of working with Alofoke, they found no evidence of artificial inflation. And here's my thing. People are acting like a company with international partnership would risk their reputation just to randomly protect one Dominican creator. That don't make no sense. I think the people online just have a hard time understanding something. Just because you don't understand someone's influence doesn't mean it's fake. Alofoke represents something that's bigger than views. He represents attention. And as you can see, attention is power. You can accuse somebody of inflating numbers all you want, but explain this. Why is every creator talking about him? Why does every controversy that happens in his network becomes a national conversation? Why is his clips, his media is everywhere? At some point, you have to admit there's a real audience there. And let me be clear, I'm not sitting here and saying that the internet is perfectly clean. If you've been a part of the official society, you know that we're not that gullible. I'm sure there's bots that exist all over the internet, most likely everywhere. But I think people are using that possibility to dismiss real influence because those are two completely different conversations. Does internet manipulation exist? Of course. But does that erase the cultural impact that Alofoke has had on Dominican Republic media? Absolutely not. You cannot fake relevance for 10 years. 10. And honestly, I think that's what really bothers people. Not the numbers, not the influence, but the dominance. The fact that whether people love him or hate him, they still talk about him every single day. And maybe that's the real reason this conversation even exploded in the first place. Because once somebody becomes too big, people stop asking, how did he do it? And begin to ask, how do we tear him down? So no, I don't think this conversation is as simple as bots equals fake creator. I think the internet just saw somebody dominate a culture and immediately tried to reduce it to manipulation. But that's my opinion. Now let me hear yours in the comments. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to join the official society. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of my drops, and hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people. So tell me, do you think people are exposing Alofoke, or do you think they just can't accept how powerful he truly is? I'm Gabe Official. This is the official society, and until next time, holla at your boy.
Official society.